You walk into a store at 10 a.m., and the shelves are perfectly stocked, and every product faces forward, and the aisles are spotless, and you grab what you need and leave, never questioning how it all got there. But here's what you don't see while you were sleeping last night. An entire army of workers transformed that store, and they unloaded a 53-foot trailer packed with 2,000 boxes, and they stocked 15,000 individual items, and they reset entire aisles, and they did it all in complete silence while you dreamed. I'm talking about overnight stockers, the retail night crew, and the invisible workforce that keeps stores running. And tonight, I'm taking you behind the locked doors to show you what really happens when the lights go down and the closed sign goes up. This is not your typical retail job, and this is a whole different world, and most people have no idea it even exists. It's 9:45 p.m., and most people are settling into their couches for the night, but for overnight stockers, the workday is just beginning. The shift typically runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., though some stores start at 11 p.m. or midnight, and the crew arrives through the back entrance. The same doors customers never see, and they clock in, grab their box cutters and pallet jacks, and head to the floor. 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. The receiving. The night starts in the back room, and a massive delivery truck has arrived, sometimes 2 or 3. And these aren't small vans, we're talking about 53-foot semi-trailers stacked floor to ceiling with merchandise. And the crew forms a line and begins the unload box after box after box, and depending on the store size, a single truck might contain 2,000 to 3,000 boxes weighing anywhere from 5 to 70 pounds each. One overnight stocker from a major grocery chain told me we once unloaded 2,400 cases in 90 minutes, and that's 26 boxes every single minute, and your arms feel like rubber by the end. But you can't slow down because the truck driver is waiting and the clock is ticking. This is physically demanding work, and you're lifting, pulling, pushing, and bending hundreds of times per hour, and this is just the beginning. 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. The stocking. Now comes the main event, and the boxes are sorted by department: grocery, electronics, clothing, household goods, and each stocker grabs their assigned section and gets to work. This is not just putting things on shelves, and there's a science to it, and every product has a specific location called a planogram. And items need to face forward, and labels must be visible, and older stock gets pulled to the front while new stock goes behind. This is called FO, first in, first out. A grocery stocker might stock 1,000 to 1,500 individual items in a single shift and in bigger stores. Some stockers are responsible for entire departments, and you might be handling everything from shampoo to cereal to motor oil all in one night. And here's the kicker: you are racing against time, and most stores aim for a stocking rate of 60 to 100 cases per hour per person and fall behind. And the morning shift deals with pallets still sitting in the aisles when customers arrive. And that's unacceptable. 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., the cleanup and final push. The last 2 hours are crucial, and this is when the crew tackles what they call recovery. And that means turning every single product so the label faces out, and it means sweeping and mopping aisles, and it means breaking down hundreds of cardboard boxes and compacting them. Anything left undone becomes a problem when the store opens, and overnight crew takes pride in leaving the store perfect. And as one veteran stocker put it, when customers walk in and everything looks easy, that's when you know we did our job right. Working overnight retail sounds straightforward, but the reality is far more complex than most people realize. Your body runs on reverse. Human beings aren't nocturnal, and our circadian rhythms are hardwired for daylight activity. And when you work overnight, you're fighting your own biology. And studies show that night shift workers have higher rates of sleep disorders, digestive issues, and even cardiovascular problems. One stocker told me the first week is brutal and your body doesn't know what's happening and you're exhausted, but can't sleep during the day and your appetite is all over the place. And after a month, you adjust, but it never feels totally natural. Many overnight workers sleep in dark rooms with blackout curtains, white noise machines, and fans, and they avoid caffeine after 2 a.m., and they meal prep because fast food at 3 a.m. destroys your health, and it becomes a lifestyle, not just a job. Social life? What's social life? When your friends are at happy hour on Friday at 6 p.m., you're sleeping, and when your family has Sunday brunch at 11 a.m., you just got off work and you're exhausted, and holidays are different too. Stores need stocking on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and Thanksgiving night. You miss birthdays, you miss concerts, you miss dinners, and your weekends don't match anyone else's weekends, and dating becomes complicated. But here's the flip side. The overnight crew becomes family, and you're in the trenches together, and you develop inside jokes, and you cover for each other, and there's a bond that forms when you're the only humans in a 100,000 square foot building at 2 a.m., the unexpected benefits. Despite the challenges, many people prefer overnight stocking to daytime retail. No customers, and this is the big one. And you don't deal with returns complaints or people asking where the bathroom is, and you just work, and for introverts, this is paradise night differential pay. And most stores pay an extra $1 to $3 per hour for overnight shifts, and over a year, that's real money, anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 extra. Flexible daytime hours, and you can go to the bank, schedule appointments, or handle errands when everyone else is at work, and no more taking PTO for the dentist. Less management. And often there's just one overnight manager for the whole store, and you have more autonomy, less micromanaging, and more freedom to work at your own pace. Now let's talk about what actually happens in these stores when no one's watching, because overnight retail has its own culture, its own rhythm, and its own wild stories. The soundtrack of the night. Most stores let the overnight crew play music once customers leave, and suddenly the overhead speakers are blasting everything from rap to country to 90s rock. And one crew had motivational music Mondays, where they played nothing but pump-up songs to get through the hardest night of the week. The store becomes your playground. When you're alone in a massive building, things get a little loose, and Pallet Jack races down empty aisles and impromptu basketball games with crumpled cardboard boxes. And one stalker told me about a nightly tradition of seeing who could build the tallest box tower before the manager walked by. And yes, people have definitely ridden bikes through empty Walmarts at 3 a.m. You become a master problem solver. Working overnight means you can't just call someone when something breaks and you figure it out and the baler jams. You fix it and the pallet jack breaks you. MacGyver a solution with zip ties and hope you learn skills you would never learn in a daytime job. And you learn how to operate forklifts, how to read planograms, how to optimize workflow, and many overnight stockers move into management or logistics because they understand the backbone of retail better than anyone. The regulars and the mentors. In every overnight crew, there's a veteran, the person who's been doing this for 10, 15, even 20 years. And they know every shortcut, and they can stock twice as fast as everyone else. And they're the ones who teach you the tricks. How to break down boxes with one cut. How to read the product codes. How to spot expired items without even looking at the date. These people are legends, and they're not trying to climb the corporate ladder, and they've found their niche, and they own it. Let's be real for a second, and society doesn't respect retail workers the way it should. And overnight, stockers, they're even more invisible, and no one sees them, and no one thanks them, and most people don't even know they exist. But here's the truth, overnight, stockers are essential workers. They keep the supply chain moving. Retail doesn't stop, and products are manufactured, shipped, and sold 24/7, and if overnight crews didn't stock shelves, stores would be empty by noon. And your grocery run, your quick Target stop, your late-night Walmart visit, all possible because someone worked through the night. During the pandemic, overnight, stockers were on the front lines, and they stocked hand sanitizer, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, and food, while the world panicked, and they showed up when it mattered most. They deserve respect. The next time you walk into a store and everything is perfect, remember someone made that happen while you slept, and someone lifted heavy boxes, and someone worked through exhaustion, and someone sacrificed their Friday night so you could grab last-minute birthday supplies on Saturday morning. Overnight stocking isn't glamorous, and it's not easy, but it's honest work, it's hard work, and it's important work. If you are working overnight retail right now, you are not alone. Head over to NightShiftersHub.com for resources, stories, and support from people who get it, and join the Night Shifters Hub Telegram community to connect with fellow night shift warriors. And if this video gave you a new perspective, hit that subscribe button. We're building a movement for the people who work while the world sleeps. Keep grinding, keep stocking, and remember, the night crew runs the world.